Hello everyone, and welcome to the Influencer Barbie channel. We have Miss Barbie Roberts, and I am Barbie's assistant. My name is Beverly, and I am an adult Barbie enthusiast. Welcome to our Barbieverse. We create content for people who love all things Barbie as much as we do. Now today, here on Influencer Barbie, we are going to be looking at the Barbie Dream School flashcards and Barbie Dream School Grade 2 activity book. And I want to say thank you to Teacher Created Materials and Shell Education for sending us both of these items to review. So if you have a young person in your life, you are probably constantly looking for ways to keep them entertained that don't involve playing on screen time or watching television. And I know when I was a kid, I always enjoyed doing workbooks and coloring books. And when my kiddo was younger, we would also keep him entertained and busy doing different activity books. So I was really excited to take a look at the flashcards and workbooks that Teacher Created Materials put together in conjunction with Mattel to do the Barbie Dream School products. And I did a little bit of research online about Teacher Created Materials. They have actually been around since 1977, and the company was started by a woman who was herself an elementary school teacher. She published her own book about doing art projects and started the company from there. And the company revolves around teachers creating materials for K through 12 grades, and the products are available in English as well as other languages, and the company publishes globally, so the products are available in other countries. So that was really interesting to learn. They have a wide series of products available other than just the Barbie Dream School. And so I would encourage you to go online to their website, which is teachercreatedmaterials.com, to see some of their products. And I'll also put links on Amazon so that you can find the Barbie Dream School products there to get them. Because right now we are in May of 2026, and as a parent myself, I know going into summer, you are not only looking for ways to entertain the kiddos, but they've just finished a school year and you want to keep those skills sharp. You don't want them to forget things over the summer holidays, especially when they don't have that sort of focused attention and education guiding them. So I think these flashcards and the activity books are going to be great for keeping those skills sharp, and also going into a new grade. These workbooks would be good to get them prepared to see what new things they would be learning. And especially if you have a reluctant learner in your family, having this sort of interesting flashcards and workbooks can be a way of getting the kiddos interested in a way that doesn't feel like, oh, I have to learn now, but like, oh, I'm having fun with a character that I enjoy. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. And Teacher Created Materials worked with Mattel, and you can see that a lot of the artwork shows we've got Brooklyn and Malibu from the Barbie It Takes Two programs, and some of the other characters that are Barbie's friends and that she has adventures with. And the flashcards here, those are designed for ages 3 to 6. So this would be preschool and the early elementary school ages. And we'll take a look at the back. It shows you what you have here. The uppercase and lowercase letter cards, number cards, shape cards, color cards, and critical thinking cards. We also have a learning guide to show parents and grandparents how they can use the cards here. And the teacher created materials. I did see that they are available for classroom use as well as homeschooling and home learning. I did cut through the tape here in front because I didn't want to damage the box here, but it's sticking a little bit in place. Okay, so let's take a look at our flashcards. I remember when my kiddo and we were learning the alphabet, I would always try to come up with different interesting ways to keep his attention and also reward learning the letters. So we have the uppercase letters here, and then there's a picture. A is for astronaut. I like the fact that they are incorporating a science career for Barbie here. And we're not just getting a simple A is for apple type of picture. And then, of course, B for ballerina. I was thinking it would be B for Barbie, but we've got B for ballerina. So we won't go through all of the different words here. And C is for chef. So we're seeing some of the pictures of the different characters from the Barbie television programs. So we have a stack of pink shaded pictures here. Oh, I like this. Z is for zoologist. I was thinking maybe Z for zebra, but zoologist. Again, I like the fact that we're incorporating science careers here for Barbie. And then, let's see. We've got lowercase a is for art. So, again, really nice here. What do we have for lowercase b? B is for bike. So the pink cards here are for learning the letters, and we have sort of a periwinkle blue bordered cards for our numbers here. We have 0, and it also spells it out. 0 treats. Number 1, 1 smoothie. We have a bit of a food theme going on here. So I like the fact that we're getting the numeral as well as the spelling for the number here. And we had 20 different number cards. So we go up to 20 here. And then the green cards, we have our shapes. So circle with an outline of the shape, and then something that might be in the shape of a circle. So we have a lifesaver tube here. I remember teaching my kiddo the shapes So this would be a fun thing to do square. We have a window here. What's triangle, I wonder? Oh, a flag. Okay. And then, of course, we have to have a heart shape for Barbie. And then we have sort of rainbow bordered cards here for the colors. So red, we have a red purse, orange, and the colors are spelled out here, so that is a good thing for kids to learn. And with that, so since these cards are designed for ages 3 to 6, so the younger children can just work on recognizing that this is yellow, and as they get a little bit older, they learn to spell yellow. I do like the fact that we have the rainbow bordered cards for that. Okay. And then the back of our box had mentioned then we have critical thinking cards. So those would be here in our lavender border. So which skirt pattern matches the shirt pattern? So we're bringing in a little bit of fashion here, but also helping the kids recognize patterns here. And then we have the answer on the back. Then another fashion question here, which shirt pattern matches the pants pattern? Then which doesn't belong for a day at the beach with Barbie? Which doesn't belong for a visit to the doctor's office? And spot the difference. Another spot the difference. What comes next in each pattern? Another one of those. Which word rhymes with pan? And which word rhymes with jet? And here we have our learning guide. So explaining how the cards are set up with the 5 decks, letters, numbers, shapes, and colors, and critical thinking. Each deck has a different border color for easy sorting. And here it discusses ways that you can use the cards. So level 1, show your child a card, ask them to find or name something that is that color. Level 2, show your child a card, ask them to draw something using that color. And level 3, show your child 2 cards, ask them what color they would get if they mix them together. So we've got a little bit of critical thinking in there. And then we have the shape card activities. And then open that up. We have our introductory activities, practice tips, how to use the critical thinking deck, and extension activities. So I remember when my kiddo was really young, we had a fairly long drive from our house to daycare and school, and so I would be pointing things out. What number do you see on the mile marker sign? What letters do you see on the road signs? What do they spell? That sort of thing. So this is how you can take the concepts that the flashcards are teaching and using them in everyday activities. And then some activities you can do with the letter cards and the number cards. So this looks like it would be a really fun set to use for younger children. And like I said, you have different levels that you can use for the younger children and then going into the older ages. So going from that simple recognizing what the letter is to what different words it would be used in and being able to spell those words. So those cards look like they would be a lot of fun. take a look at the workbook here. So we have Barbie Dream School Grade 2 workbook, ages 7 through 8, and 150 plus engaging activities. We're covering reading, math, science, and social studies. So like I was saying, this is the sort of thing that would be really good going into the summer months when you want to keep the skills that they've learned in grade 2 sharp, or if you're going into grade 2 for the next school year, having a little bit of preparatory exposure to the different concepts that kids would be learning in school. And the teacher created materials does work with schools and libraries to keep up with what is being taught in schools at the time. So, and it talks about here, we have age-appropriate activities, full color pages, and helpful answer key at the back. So this would be a really good way of keeping kiddos interested and engaged and not staring at their screen or watching television. So I did take a look in here, and so we have the opening page. We've got Malibu and friends, again featured in the book. A child can write their name on the front page, and paper here is pretty nice quality. It's not really flimsy like you might find in a coloring book, but it also has the pages that can be torn out really easily. Got a little introduction with Malibu and Brooklyn. And I saw that, again, we have pictures of Malibu, Brooklyn, and their friends here. And they also so we have Malibu and Brooklyn and their friends here, and kids who might be reluctant learners might be drawn in by if they recognize the characters from a television show that they watch, or if they have seen the doll wearing one of these fashions. And I do like the fact that we're seeing Barbie and her friends in different activities. So driving around on ATVs, but also we have Malibu in a martial arts outfit here. She's actually a black belt. So showing the characters in different sports activities. And the workbook is incorporating different skills here. So we're learning about kitten care and keeping fish healthy and happy. So a little bit of science here, but we're also learning reading comprehension here. So a little discussion about taking care of kittens and answering questions. More reading comprehension about pets. And then deciding what is the right pet for your home. The kiddos can answer some questions, write a brief answer here, but then they also have a section here for drawing and coloring. So children who might have a little bit of difficulty in writing would be able to draw here and express themselves visually. And then we have some more word learning questions and a discussion about travel. Which country would you like to visit? We see that we've even brought in Chelsea here, And this is an outfit that I know I have for a Chelsea doll. So younger kids might be really drawn in by the fact that we've got Barbie's sister, and especially if they happen to have this particular doll. And then we have math as well, so some really good math questions. And we're incorporating word problems, so not just a simple, what is 16 minus 7, but we have some word problems as well. So helping kiddos understand that math isn't just a abstract concept, but that it has real world uses. We have some more pictures of Barbie and her friends, and math related to pizza. And then we have some more science here. Again, reading comprehension, but also learning about plants. And making a table of the days for sprouting for tomato plants. A little bit more of social studies and geography. So this looks like it would be a really fun workbook for young kiddos to use. And here's some more. So we had the astronaut letter card in the flashcard package, and so we have more discussion about astronauts here. So I like the fact that the book is incorporating some space science. And then the back of the book, we have the answer key. So if you're giving the book to your kiddo to do the problems, you might want to tear these pages out so that they don't look directly at the answer key to get all the answers, and then, enjoy some screen time as a reward for that. So we have a good coverage of all the answers here. In the very back, it has a little certificate. Congratulations, you completed Barbie Dream School. And a child can write their name in here. And then we have an encouraging, you can be anything when you believe in yourself. So that ties into Mattel's Careers You Can Be Anything collection. So overall, this is a really nice book. I'd like to see the other books in the collection. There's a preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, and grade 1 book. So I'd like to see how these all compared with that. But it's a really nice workbook, and the flashcards tie in really nicely to it. And if you have a young person in your life who is in that preschool to early elementary age group, I think this would be really good for keeping them interested in learning, but also giving them something to do that doesn't involve screen time. And especially if you have a commute, this is something that kids could do in the car, or if they're having to wait for something before, say, they're playing soccer or other physical activities. This would be really good to do. So yes, I recommend this. I do like the fact that Mattel worked with teacher-created materials to develop this. And so this is focused on learning, but also having fun. And like I said, I would encourage visiting their website, Teacher Created Materials, to see some of the other books that they have available. And I will leave a link for their Amazon pages so that you can check that out if you're interested. And again, thank you to Teacher Created Materials and Shell Education for sending us the workbook and the flashcards to review and to show to you. So thank you very much for watching, and let us know in the comments if you enjoyed seeing us talk about incorporating Barbie and learning, and especially with young people in your life. I know that mostly we focus on dolls and the Barbie home, but I'd like to see if you have an interest in some of the different Barbie storybooks that are out there. I know we have little golden books about Barbie and coloring books and other Barbie products. So let us know in the comments if you'd be interested in seeing us review some more of those. But thank you very much for watching, and please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to be part of our Barbieverse. And be sure to ring the notification bell. It really does help our channel to grow. And once we hit some subscriber milestones, we plan to have some fun giveaways. And if you would like a chance of getting a shout out in an upcoming video, just comment below with the hashtag InfluencerBarbie. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in our next episode here on the Influencer Barbie channel. Bye-bye!